Around your heart is a caution tape I do not intend to cut, hence my plea for passageway. Perhaps I could plead this cup to pass over me, or pass this tribulation to the next victim of Cupid's arrow. Ololufe, give me a chance to unwind this tape, or take a peep into my intention, to weave it into a basket of passion, in which I'll bring affection to your feet. Perhaps I could weave it into a song. And if I were to write a song, I'll write for two, myself and you, the pair I found on the lonely road. A song to relieve my hangover from the vintage I drank in a sacred goblet. Write a love song on the notes of 100 symphonies, worthy of the strings of 1,000 guitars. I'll write for an orchestra of 1,000,000 angels. I'll write about the fine wine that took my breath away. A song that can only be written by a man addicted to love.
You know. Love is in the air and is proudly Nigerian. Quick question though. Is Deji a prolific poet and Pearl the beautiful guitarist? Are they referring to you? Do you like good loving that is true and proudly Nigerian? Well, if you do, let me tell you something. You are in the right place. So, stay.
Okay. So, I'm still trying to catch my breath. They literally took my breath away because I am a fan of good loving. I love love. I actually can never say no to love because love knows no barriers, no distance, no circumstance, and true love stories tell us that true love exists.
True love does exist. We have attestations and true life stories to prove it today. And that's why we'll be talking about true Nigerian love stories. Stories that will make your heart skip, your eyes light up, and your steps quicken.
Join us as we celebrate heartwarming real-life tales of love, resilience, and destiny across our great nation, Nigeria.
You know, Patience, some people still wonder if true love is real.
It does. It is real.
It is real.
Yes.
But we all have our different life experiences. But let's tell you about those that have stood the test of the vibrant Nigerian time. World time, loved time, good time, weekend time. Today on our program, we welcome you to True Nigerian Love Stories. After all, Patience is the season of love.
Yes.
My name is Thelma Obaza. Welcome to Weekend Deal.
It is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. And I am serious, and it is true when I say we love you. We are here only because you're there. I am Patience Eloy Abba. Please join these conversations. Tell us about your love story. How did it begin? Did it begin with a fight? With a spark? With ignoring each other? Or did you just know that he or she was the one? Please tell us your love stories. We want to share it.
It's blind. We say it conquers all. You say it doesn't ask why, so I ask why. Does love make nonsense out of this sense I've tried to make for so long? About how love should be guided by reason. True love should listen. But love is not guided by reason. True love would not listen at the cathedral of Cupids, where we converge. Our will sacrificed, strength strangled, resistance bungled. In sync, we commune. In unison, we built something greater than ourselves, a mystery beyond reason. So, on the strings of love's mystery, I shall attach this feeling. On its accord, I will let you strike the chord of my pulsating heart. For your sake, I will stake reason for rhythm, sensibility for chemistry. This passion I will blame on affection. See, well, ruby rock on platinum, I have none. 7 seas, no sheep to cross. But for you, I will break rules. Your call, I will heed. Just whisper my name. Maybe this bloom will spell my doom. Yet, I will trade reason for rhythm. And because you have made me a home in your heart, for no reason greater than rhythm, my ego I will lay at your feet, my love. Be that knight in shining armor, shining the light of hope in your darkest night. As in the darkest hour of my night, I feel the power of your love towered over me. Now and forever, we will fan the ember. Our embrace will be the space to seal the bond forever. A safe place to hold the feeling higher than this tower where we throw caution to the wind. But if the moment comes when friends become foes, lovers relegated to strangers, love degraded to war, if the day ever comes when the night covers the day, if this glowing sun of affection is ever eclipsed by the full moon of squabble, if this nightingale ever stopped to sing, perhaps a shadow I become on your wall, or you are just a ghost I can see, then I will pray. I will pray for strength to survive the season, warmth in frigid weather. I will pray for grace to move on, a shoulder to lean on. Above all, my love, I will pray for you.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Deji, you took me to so many heights. At what point I'm smiling and I'm just happy with the scenario of love you're painting. And then you said, if this love ever crumbles, if she becomes a ghost, if it becomes a war. And my heart was broken literally with your words. Deji, don't do that to me.
No, he's not doing it. He's asking those questions that some couples never ask.
Yeah.
He's delving deep beyond the physical. He's going into the heart of the meaty matter. Most importantly, he's urging couples that is teamwork that builds relationships and that we must pray for each other. Love is sweet, but going on your knees together, even if you are apart for one another and the family, Deji is so key. Pearly Pearl! Are we at the pearly gates yet, man? Give it up for Pearl!
Well done! Well done!
What a way to go, guys.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, the word out now is that we tell you thank you.
Yeah.
For your amazing
gift. This was a beautiful gift to Weekend Deal. And there's so many questions have been asked. Should love be blind? Should love ask questions? Should love something else he said something about love.
They said don't ask why.
Yeah.
He's asking why.
Why, yes.
Why oughtn't I to ask why?
Yes. Should love judge, or should love just be blind and accept everything, or should love wear glasses and put some stethoscope and be checking? Whatever love should do. Love next, it will tell us more. Don't go away. It's all about love.
Love weaves a story that is uniquely its own. Today, we celebrate the magic of true love through the journey of a remarkable couple, one whose enduring bond reflects a tale of culture, resilience, and passion. For nearly 3 decades, Isaac and Nneka Moses have nurtured a love story deeply rooted in shared dreams and values. But how did it all begin?
When I used to act in movies, then back then we used to converge at Zeb's place at somewhere in Abuja, yes, and to come there for rehearsals. So on this day, there was this movie they were shooting, and I was cast to play a role there. And she also was cast to play my girlfriend in the movie. So we usually come for rehearsal, and so that was our first meeting. And then in the course of the rehearsal, I tried to get familiar and all that.
And then while I was trying to remember what I'm supposed to say, the next thing is you grabbed me and you kissed me. That was not part of the script. There was no way in that script where you're supposed to kiss me.
I don't know. I said I was trying to get into character.
How can you get into character?
So we can really be the part we're playing. And today we're man and wife. See? 25 years, 28 years down the line.
Their mutual passion for Africa's rich cultural heritage became the foundation of their relationship. Together, they envisioned a platform to showcase the beauty, tradition, and spirit of the continent. This vision came to life in 1999 with the launch of Goge Africa, a television program dedicated to celebrating African culture and tourism. Yet, no journey is without its challenges. How did they overcome the obstacles along the way?
There is no perfect marriage. My marriage is not perfect. The thing is that we're just lucky that we kind of really love and respect each other. And I think we're also lucky we're in the same business, so we go out together, come back together, and we'd rather invest our energy and time and move on.
Worrying over spilled milk.
Yes, there's no point worrying over spilled milk. We focus and we move on to better things.
I mean, a lot of guys, men, macho species crave respect. And no man want to lose the respect of his wife. And that, I would say, I give her 100%, so, yeah.
Thank you. But honestly, respect begets respect.
Absolutely.
When you put it that men crave respect, I think women perhaps crave respect even more than men, yes. So
and again, Neka cooks well.
I know.
Cooks well.
Listen as these veterans share valuable insights and marital wisdom for building a lasting and fulfilling union.
Like Ray Parker Jr. would say, stop giving those worn-out excuses to your woman, She needs love just like you do, so you need to show her you appreciate her. And she too will in turn show you a lot of appreciation.
When celebrities bring their personal life to the public glare, what do you expect? You have to be sensitive to understand that it's not everybody that says I love you that love you. No man will treat me the way Isaac treats me and expect any less. I'll bend over backwards 3 times to make him happy.
Treat her like a queen and she'll treat you like a king.
Your Majesty!
Through perseverance, mutual respect, and an unwavering vision, Isaac and Neka Moses turned challenges into stepping stones. Their love story serves as a powerful reminder that with dedication, purpose, and an unbreakable bond, even the toughest hurdles can be transformed into triumph.
Whenever we have Neka and Isaac on our screens, they enrich our conversation. We know the journey's been over 2 decades, and it wasn't easy peasy all the way. And that's where true love really comes out shining bright, when you know the amount of work you've put in. Okay, there are many more true love stories we'll be showcasing on Weekend Deal today. For now, guess where we're going? To Sokoto. There's love nationwide, true love. Sokoto will share what's happening over there, and they will be back to the FCT. Don't go away.
Love is a powerful and enduring emotion characterized by feelings of affection, attachment, and deep connection. It is unconditional, unwavering, and selfless. It supports without expectation. It can be experienced at first sight or developed later in the relationship.
Me and my wife, we brought up, we came from the same neighborhood, the same area, Chilimada, and she's just like the family, my family friends.
Me and my husband, we are neighbors. He is uncle to me, and now he is my husband. I love him, he loves me. We love each other.
Some relationship between couples is sustained for a very long period because it is enduring and shared among family members.
Everything started, and inshallah, now she's my wife with 5 kids. And alhamdulillah, so far, I don't have any issue with her. She supports me 100%, and I appreciate her support and her love and caring. Actually, it wasn't long, just 20 years ago, because this last January, we have 1st January, we celebrate our 20th anniversary. She cares so much. If she didn't see me for 1 hour, she will start calling. I hope you are okay. If I'm sick, she will not eat. Till today.
We spent 20 years.
Love between couples can bring joy, happiness, and fulfillment to our lives.
You should love your wife wholeheartedly. You should love your wife squarely. So the same thing, the wife should love her husband squarely.
Their relationship, actually, they are very good. They are good parents. They are role model. And a parent to have, they are always love. They are filled with love. develop themselves.
As we inhabit this season of love, let us call to mind that true unconditional love exists. We should cultivate for a better lasting relationship, resulting to a beautiful nation.
Okay, so welcome back. It's all about love today, and our guests are here. It's my honor to introduce our first guest. They're a couple. Imagine, I told the lady, our mommy, she looks beautiful, and the husband said thank you, and I'm like, okay, that's what love does. Well, our couple, they are Reverend Tom and Adenike Takpa Torre. Let's see their profile.
Wow, nice. Welcome.
Did you
to
see that
Weekend
picture where he was carrying her?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It's great to have you. He's of the clergy, and she's a healthcare professional. But we get to know more. The nitty-gritty will unfold as we talk. Let's welcome. She's a family member. You know that when you have been here, and she's been here over and over again. Yes, today she's here again as a family member, not a guest though. She's a big sister in Nigeria on the show in Shaping Love, talking about union and all of that. Let's welcome Madam Dayo Benjamins Lani. She's mandate secretary in the FCT. She's a pastor. She's been married many years, and today we're going to glean from a rich and vibrant experience in Nigeria and the world. Let's welcome big, beautiful, effervescent sister. Always a role model for us ladies.
You know, I'm
Nice
listening
have
to
you
that
on
and I'm
show
saying,
today.
well, amen.
That's who you are. That's who you are,
Amen.
actually. You're welcome,
Thank you
man.
so much,
You're
ma'am. Thank
welcome.
you for coming. Great to have you. Patience.
Okay.
Rolling.
Okay, so I'll start with Andy G. Let me just start. The true Nigerian love story. Do you think true love, as it is now, still exists in Nigeria?
You know, your spotlighting Nigeria has me a bit concerned. Does it exist in Nigeria? The true love reference is the truth about love. And wherever we go in the world, the truth about love will always speak. It's everywhere. I'm Nigerian. I'm married to a Nigerian. The story of love is not Valentine Day Uchikuchi. The story of love is experiential. It's humanity. It's sacrifice. It builds faith. It's in every religion, Christian, Islam, whatever. The power of love, our folklore, our stories are all built around love. The greatest stories in the world are stories of love. Love that wins, or the tragedy like Romeo and Juliet of love that ends up in that pathos. So, is there true love in Nigeria? Amen. Patriotic love, love of a nation, which is the greatest love for any citizen, for their legacy of who they are as a people. And in holding that, therefore, if you ask me, does true love still exist in Nigeria? Then you make me an intercessor. Amen. I don't ever pray. I don't ever pray that we lose the truth of love. Love, like I said, is not the uchi-kuchi, oh, just happily ever after. Love is the highs. Love is the lows. Love is life lived. Love is death that we all must come to. I loved my father very much. My father died. Did it end love? No. Though we go through experiences where we say, I love you, and in that place of eros, I've given you love, you have reciprocated. And then an experience comes and love ends in divorce or separation.
True.
GBV, intimate spouse violence, comes from a place that started not with violence, but with, the toasting, as you would call it.
Yes.
And I always love to say in the place of counseling myself and others in marriage and men, husbands, that, what started as a toast, let it never stop. May we always keep coming to that place where that girl you saw is still the girl you caught. And whenever we come to the place of testing, your wife will always test you as a man and a husband. And the husband will always challenge you as a wife. Wives always tell them, when it comes to forgiveness, the same way you would forgive your son. He is someone's son. Can you forgive your husband? And that is like an ouch. Auntie D, what are you asking of me? That is too much. Do you know what he's done to me? And then, you take it to the other side. And for the husband who is so embittered and so enraged and everything, can you still see the girl in this woman? There's no woman you can't toast again. Women, do I lie?
We left with toasted,
No,
right?
no, that's true. It's the truth.
Interesting.
There's no, if you can find the breaking in you to toast her, you will get that girl.
That girl
You will find her again. A lot of women become hardened, embittered, whatever, based on certain experiences. We as individuals, we do take ourselves for granted. Am I guilty with my husband of close to 3 decades? Yes.
We all are.
If we're going to be real, true love is about truth. And if we all walk in truth with love and our love stories, we will, I believe, come out with true love. Because true love is what is tested. I looked at it as I love acronyms, and I always kind of work messages out of acronyms. So what is love? Love is a legacy we all build into. We all believe. You hear the love story as children growing up. My parents, I love, it's a love story you work towards. So there's legacy. But in the place of legacy, there are lessons learned. You never stop learning life lessons in the pursuit of love. And then you look at O. O is about overcoming the odds, the obstacles. There will always be obstacles. No matter who I marry, Mr. Perfect, there will always be that imperfect scenario. V is about valiance, waxing valiance, because the battles are going to come. And E is about expression. Expression through communication. Love, truth, demands expression, even for the difficult conversations. So that takes courage.
Good one.
Love
It's a good time
takes courage.
Auntie D.
I didn't even have
You
to
know
stop. The
now.
way you were looking at them, I think she wants to.
I want to go into,
appreciate
the way he's smiling and laughing about something that happened 30-something years ago. We even have couples who married last year, 2 years ago, and you can't even, if you pay them, you can't get the joy he just shared with us right now.
They're not even smiling.
In answering our curious ideas, I won't say questions, Auntie D, it may take you going back memory lane as well. I asked Reverend Tom now, just a few minutes ago, are we now to start teaching young people how to love? They know the importance of love. It does seem as though they've given up. There's no true love. And if there's no true love, well, buy my heart. And if you don't have dolls, it's not for sale. I can't sell it for Naira. Is it possible to rekindle what we have? I'm having goosebumps because of the stories I've been hearing. Is it possible to rekindle what we are sharing here in this generation? Are they keen into what? Are they as enamored with the stories as we are, do you think? If they were even to pay keen attention?
You know, for me to give up on this generation is to give up on my children, the children of my womb.
Yes.
To give up on a generation of sons and daughters
Yes.
from other mothers.
Yes.
So, love is what we are born. We are creatures of love. God is love. He created us as creatures of love. We are created in His image, in His likeness, His character, His spirit. That's why what you're talking about, rekindling, it's in us. It's innate. It's part of how we are created. The whole fabric of humanity is love. And I just like to say that I also believe, because even in that place of pastoral, you know, I do Ask Auntie Dee for the Christian Broadcasting Network. And a lot of that, it's not born out. I'm not a trained guidance counselor or anything, but I always say your questions are God's answers. And the reality is, I just try to be real. So one of my being real responses to what I've listened to here is the fact that in the place of this generation, as we keep pointing at them and speaking about them, let's look at our generation, even as a church. How have we counseled? How have we guided? How have we taught love? How have we exemplified love? You're talking about, yes, love is not for sale. It shouldn't be. But the truth of the matter is they're looking at finances and all of that. We've not even trained people properly foundationally about the fact that you need money and finance to raise a family, to sustain each other. This is real. Love is not blind to money. And the mistake is making people think that love is blind, because even if he's poor, you can marry him. Hey, even if he's jobless. You know what I say? When I find women who have had challenges, how did you find him and marry him? If you found him as a guy with nothing, doing nothing, and now you're upset, hey girl, let's go back and reset where you started from. Because if that's where you started from, that is foundational. That is what needs to be reset. Or that is how you embraced him. Now you've come up so far the journey of marriage and the union of your relationship. And now you don't want that guy anymore. Hey, that's the guy you married. And the same thing I tell a man, a husband. What did you find when you found her? You heard what they said, the gentle girl. The other thing I'd like to say to men is that women grow up in marriage. So the girl you married is not going to be the girl grown up.
Oh, goodness.
And as a man, there's a way you tend your wife, your vine. They say as a husband, as a husbandman will tend the vine. So it's one thing to be married wedding day, to become the husband man. Now tend your vine. Your wife is a vine. A vine of its own does not have a spine. It needs to have a stick driven into the ground, not into her. And then you tenderly guide the vine and nurture the vine, which means at times you're going to have to prune. Wives, we will be pruned though.
With love.
We'll
be pruned with love.
And yes, you must be. If you watch a husbandman, nobody is a vine dresser and goes at it with a cutlass. You do it, there's a care, there's a nurture. You do it, you step away. And as you do that, your vine becomes fragrant. Your vine flourishes. Your wife becomes a buoyant, beautiful, economically viable, because a vine for wine is economic produce. Amazing. And the more you tend your vine and harvest your grapes in season, protecting her from the little fox. You see, a wife not tended or attended or you're attentive to becomes a wild vine. It's all over the place, and that's how the foxes come in. Now, if you've done that, lift your vine. Admit where you missed it too. in being a husbandman, caregiver, not just caretaker. And we as women, this is the husbandman. You know, I don't want to go because love is not just about Christian love. It's not about we being Christian.
I agree, totally.
Love is, I mean, Indians marry without Jesus, please.
Oh, please. Say
No, and they have the most amazing marriages. And a lot of my sisters in the Muslim faith marry their children off early. It's we in the South that waste time. I want my child to graduate with my name.
Yeah.
And then she has a problem getting a name.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm being very real. There are things we now have to be real about. So I just want to go. I believe in the counseling, pre-counseling, in true talk about marriage. Where we missed it too. If you ask me what I'd have done differently in the time of my coming into my own love story and everything, I would have resetted more time to communicate better and everything. What you don't take time to build, to develop, to cultivate will still be something that will challenge you later, that you must be able to confront and handle with. One of the greatest Nigerian love stories I know is the story of my father-in-law and late father-in-law and late mother-in-law. Mercy Chukura of Delta State, who came on a lorry during the Civil War to Jos, and Baba Victor Lani, who was a banker. He was trained by John Major. He's the first indigenous branch manager of, in Jos Market Branch. And Baba was in a bicycle, and you should have seen how he looked. And here is Mama Mercy. She was one of the very first employees of Kingsway Jos.
Oh my
Wow.
And he saw this young Igbo Delta chick walking with her beautiful skirt and everything, and he did Ogbomosho sire, looking at her going past and say, I'm going to go for that.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Intermittently, you will enrich our experience today with that story. Intermittently, we get to hear more. So let's give them a round of applause. They are not here, but we remember them.
It's Weekend Deal, and we're celebrating Nigerian love stories, and we are hearing so much. Oh, just heard an Ogbomosho story in our minds, and so many other stories. Your messages are coming in. Somebody says, "Great discourse, ladies. God bless you. Ask Madam Dayo if she could like to talk to me. Give her my number, please. Are men going through stuff? I mean, it's sounding like this person needs to speak. Are men not supposed to be all strong? They don't need any form of counseling."
Am I okay to
Yes,
chip
please,
in? I'd
please,
just
please.
like to say that many times we tend to think men are super strong. They are not, they don't, I say mental health is about men. Get the men. A lot of men in the pepper soup, beer, gardens and everything are unhappy men. They've been challenged economically. A lot has challenged men, challenged their alpha egos, African man ego. I can't provide. I go home, a woman with a tongue is yapping me. I just feel so guilty and bad. I'm not able to pay the school fees. Children are in schools that fathers can no longer afford, but mothers want because that is the school to send the child to. So there's a lot that needs difficult conversations to reset. We need to reset the whole. So men go through pain. Okay. And I don't know why I seem to be talking so much for the men, but you know what the reality is, I believe, it's like for the boy child. So much is being said for the girl child that is no longer being said. And men are seen more as the predators, are the ones, because women are the victims, many more times than men. But the truth of the matter is that to give a dog a bad name, is every man now is seen as a perpetrator of GBV, is seen as the one who does not give the kind of attention that is needed to keep the home together. The man is seen as the evil, the evil protagonist. You understand?
Yes.
And it's not. And even if it is, has everything failed? That's why I said we need to speak. You see what is? He said,
Can
I speak? Can I see him? Can he?
Talk
They
to
need.
you.
We need as a mandate secretary, the family department, the kind of real life stories we hear. It's both men and women.
Wow.
And one that's almost humorous. There's a woman who used to beat up her husband. Then the men in the particular estate here in FCT all got up one night and decided they were going to defend that man. I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you. And eventually I said, oh, this is wonderful to hear, but how come they didn't get up another night to defend a woman?
Okay, fine. On that, we're going to continue that conversation, but we'll go to NT Asaba. They are joining the conversation now. Asaba, please take it away.
Indeed, a love story blossomed as we meet Ayomiku and Ogogo, a young couple engaged to be married. Their journey is one filled with love, laughter, and a shared dream come to reality.
For the first time I went to that church, God directed me. I didn't even know where I was going to. We were seated on the same row on that day. So that was the first time I saw him. And then he took announcement in church. And what struck me was his emphasis on Bridge Connect. He just kept emphasizing. I'm like, who is this one? Emphasizing evangelism like this. Me, I like evangelism. So when he was done, I noticed that he still went to my row and sat down. I was just looking at him. So at the end of church, I had to stop him. So I stopped him and I'm like, hey, sorry, my name is Peace. What department are you in church? So he was like, he looked at me because obviously my face is new. He's a member of the church. So like, he didn't like it. So the next Sunday, I was hoping to see him again, take an announcement. I didn't see him. As God will have it, that same day, somebody now added me to their youth group, Bridgeway Tribes. So I had to go to the group. I started looking for his number. I mean, I was just looking for any number that has his picture as the display picture.
Unfortunately, my picture was there as my DP, and that time I got a message.
Hello, Hayo. Hi, can you remember me from last week Sunday? I asked you what the party. Oh, yes, peace. So that's how we met.
The proposal was a memorable moment for them.
My peace, I thank God for bringing you my way. My life is way better with you in it.
I knew that he was planning something, but I didn't know it was a proposal. Okay.
Nigerian Bar Association dinner was why I told her weeks on before that time that, okay, we're going to attend this dinner on your birthday. It's a law MBA dinner, that's all. So dress up, all of that. So yeah, she got a nice gown, made up, but I planned something. Planned with a videographer, planned with the person that would sing for her and all of that.
It was really, really an emotional moment for me. And guess what he did? He framed our first chat. And then there's this picture we took together again, our first outing. He framed it, and then I almost cried. I did not cry. I'm a very hard girl, but I almost, and small remain for crying.
In a society where traditions play a significant role, we ask them if it's still conventional for the man to propose.
I'm a very bold person. I'm very daring. If you had not asked to marry me, I would have asked him to marry me. I don't think that we should be caged in traditions because sometimes the man might just be having cold feet or scared.
If the guy is maybe lagging behind or is shy, yes, you can, but at least know what he would have answered in private before you start making it public.
Na lie, not check. He not check. Na angle you get. He not check.
12 on 12.
Na for 2 days.
So, how long should couples date before getting engaged?
1 year at best. There should be a clear-cut plan of where you're heading to. 1 year is fine.
I personally think if you're not ready for marriage, you should not even be in a relationship. I mean, you already know that this is the person I want to be with. Why are you wasting time? If you didn't do that, he probably would have lost me, you know?
As their big day approaches, Ayomiku and Ogogo shared what they believe couples should focus on before tying the knots.
in every way interact, because if you do not have interaction, there's no how you can test the limit of a person.
Your experiences will not align 100%, right? So you take time to also learn the kind of person he is and address issue, but not at the point where he's hot. Because if the issue is hot, that's when you want to say it will cause trouble. In fact, that's what causes trouble in marriage.
As Ayomiku and Ogogo prepare to say their vows, their story reminds us that love, respect, and partnership are the true ingredients of a lasting relationship.
Patience. Wow. Because I heard, okay. Always nice to see you in red, Patience. We're planning for Valentine. Okay. It was nice seeing that about engagements and proposals. You know, we've heard sometimes that some people plan for the wedding and forget or neglect to plan, activate, and communicate about the marriage. And hopefully, you know, our friends in our studio today have addressed that at different spheres and different levels. The story of true love in Nigeria continues. There's many rich and vibrant stories. We've heard the story about the Kingsway worker and then, you know, the bank worker all the way from Jos. Well, something tells me there are many more. This time we're going to Rivers State. Love and aging. If it's true love, when she puts to bed and her shape changes, or when the man is aging, no mid-age, and then the stomach comes out and the six-pack turns to 8, 9, 10, one pack, does it affect true love? NT Potaka, please share.
Mumsy and Popsy.
50 years.
51 years of marriage. How many grandchildren? 20.
Love is described as a journey that brims with commitment, perseverance, and resilience, filled with testament of devotion that transcends time and challenges. Celebrating over 50 years of marriage, the union of Elder and Mrs. Dabe P. Jamabo was one that had its peculiarity that left many wondering if the union would survive the test of time.
I was in secondary school. That was 1973. That the parents engaged me, waiting for him. When he came, 1974, we just met. The mom said, "That's my son." That I said, "You will marry." I just smiled and went inside, back, and they left. So after a week, we jammed. Our eyes just jammed. He smiled and I smiled. He came to me, and I said, "I'm still on duty." He left. When we closed, he came to pick me. That's how we started. Then that same year, 1974, they arranged a marriage, and we married traditionally. And when he's not the type that forgets home, he goes to work and come back early. Anywhere he goes, he will call me. "How are you faring? What are you doing? Where are you going?" Just like that. He's a loving man.
When I come back, she prepares everything, and anything I need, I get it. I live with her as she sees me.
It's a very big occasion.
For Mr. and Mrs. Tom Quinn, is a love story that started during the old school days. From interaction that led to hours of laughter and connection, setting the foundation for a lifelong companionship.
When I was in the secondary school, I admired the way and manner she behaved, how she talks, all these things. So I started to pick interest in her. So that was how we started.
There's a nickname they used to call Jazz Bouquet. That is my husband. Because he's very, very neat. And this neatness made me to agree with him. Anything that I'm doing, I must make sure it's perfect.
No love story is without trials. From financial struggle to health challenges, adversities that only strengthen their bonds rather than break them.
We need not to come and fight because of the challenges or because he asked me money or I asked him money. The secret that is there is love.
When issue came up, health issue came up, I tried to manage him with physiotherapy.
And as a physical training instructor, I massage myself physically. I know what the body needs. And with our assistance, we are up to today.
Their ability to overcome life difficulties offers timeless lessons they have learned. They give valuable lessons on building lasting relationships.
To understand the person is very, very important.
Study your parents, hear from them, know that family you are going to, how it will be. Not necessarily that the woman they find, you bring her to her. Tomorrow, people start to hear your voice. No!
Doing my things together, whether there's problem, I don't have ear for outside talk.
You should have trust, endurance, patience, then they will sail through. Well, without all these things, there will be no love.
Through love, patience, and commitment, a marriage can grow even more beautiful with time.
I love that song. I mean, that's just blessing. Seeing those people haven't gone through everything, they're still standing strong and dancing and checking each other's BP. You know, that's amazing. That's amazing. Our guest still here. I want to speak to the couple. I'm going to ask you people a couple of questions, fast ones. Okay, who gets angry faster in this relationship? You or her?
I think I do.
Who says sorry first when there's anger? Who says sorry first?
He says sorry first.
Who says I love you easily, more easily?
I hear that 1,001 times every day.
Oh my
every
goodness!
Day till today.
He said, I love you, I love you, I love
Yes,
you.
all the time, all the time.
Oh my goodness.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel wonderful. I feel loved. I feel cherished. I actually feel like a queen.
Oh my God.
And I told somebody, some people, you know, a group of people some time ago, I think this past week, that I'm a spoiled wife. Because when you know your man loves you and he tells you at all times, even when you get him angry and he says, I love you. Sometimes I say, yes, I love you too. But you did it. I love you.
Oh my goodness.
I love you. I love you. So I hear it over and over again.
Can I tell you?
Please say.
It's wisdom. Because if, let's say she comes with fire, and I meet her with fire, that's disaster. And the truth is, by doing that, I'm only saving my head. I'm helping my life.
But I know that you love her.
And what is yours?
Genuinely. And I must say that I saw that when I first saw him. Not to me now, but I would say it's a man who loves people generally. Of course, he loves God.
Yeah.
He loves God so passionately that you know, also gets to the way he loves people. I saw that in him and I say, yes, this is actually a man of God.
We have come to enrich our convo through Nigerian love stories. We'll start with you.
Yes.
Mom, tell us on your final note, let's surmise what we have talked about today and let's leave the world with the amazingness of the true Nigerian love story.
Thank you. I just want to remind us that love actually started with God, the creator of heaven and earth. And love is a mystery. If there's a disconnect between you and God, it takes a lot to be able to understand what love is. And when we are talking about love, the word of God says, for God so loved the world
that he gave.
That he gave. So we should not forget that when you are talking about love, it has to do with giving, it has to do with sacrifices, it has to do with what you want to give into that love to nurture it, to make it grow, to make it fruitful, to make it blossom and flourish. And so for the young people outside there, don't just relent in your efforts in giving, because God himself, who is the author of love, gave to us. So give, and as you give, it will come back to you in good measure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Reverend Tom.
I'd like to pick it up from where she ended. The word nurture. I like plants. What you don't nurture will either die or grow wild. And if you are in a loving relationship, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you need to nurture it. You need to nurture the person. You need to. I also use the fuel system, the carburetor or injector. If it's running on low fuel, it will pull dirt. But if you refuel it, you will have the best from your car. And so every one of us were running on reserve. And if you draw from somebody you don't nurture, you probably draw dirt from that person.
Okay.
Auntie D.
Auntie D. Before you say your final word, that lady said, that person said a lot of women are scarred and they don't believe in love anymore. So react to that and then do your final words.
I'd just like to say to that lady and everyone, women or men that have been scarred by love, that fall in love with you. Believe in yourself again. Don't unlove love because love scarred you. I just want to encourage you, because it's part of the healing. You must heal. You were created to love. We are created by love to love, which means we must heal. He said, no greater love has a man than he lays down his brother. So please, but you must also love your neighbor as yourself. So you must really love. So whatever, don't give anyone the permission to take from you the power of love. And power of love begins with loving yourself again. So make this. I always say, even if you don't have, because Valentine goes crazy, take yourself out.
Yes,
love on you.
Yes.
Wear your red for you.
Yes.
Don't wait for someone to validate you for love. And I just want to end on a personal note. My love story began in Oasis of Love in Jos. And my husband saw me and just thought this could be my wife, but he didn't come up to me. And then his sister had said, come to Abuja. There's a girl I've seen I think could be your wife. Long story short, he ended up proposing to me with the song Lady in Red. And I just want to end by saying this. It's going on, it's 29 going to 30 years. My Oga, Olatunde Benjamin Lani, I just want to say, I don't say it like I should. I love you and I appreciate you. And in any way, I'm making it personal in any and every way.
Wow.
I love you. I just want to use this to say, sir, thank you for loving me.
Thank you too. Thank you and thank you. We love you all. God bless you.
You guys love yourself.
See you again tomorrow.